Hey everybody, it's Audrey. Come spend the weekend with me and my family as we get moved into our new home. This past year has been awful, and the only thing that has gotten us through this difficult season of our lives was having friends and family to lean on. That's the main reason I wanted to post this video, just to show how much support we had during all of this. The vlog starts on Friday the 23rd, and I ended the filming on Monday the 26th. It was a very tiring and overwhelming weekend, but we were so glad to get some help. The actual organizing of each room is posted in my shorts. I did a whole moving in series, so if you missed any of those, you can find them in my playlist. Thank you guys for watching, and let's get moving. Today is kind of a pre-move day. Today we are going to work on cleaning the house and getting rid of tools. And by we, I mean my mom and my cousin. We're going to work on that. The guys are still actually working inside, but we should be able to move some of their stuff. It's 7:51, so I'm not getting like a super early start. I wanted to get the kids ready for school and get them off. I'm eating a peanut butter and jelly, and then I am gonna go get started. There's a lot of cleaning to do. It's really dusty, and we tried to dust or clean as we go a little bit lately, but there's some overspray from the drywallers, so it's on like the tubs and stuff, so all the tubs need scrubbed really good, all that. So that'll be, cabinets need cleaned out, so that'll be like a full day's worth of work, I'm sure. But I'm gonna finish the sandwich and then go in and check it out. And I've got all of we started packing last night, and I just put it right in the car because my parents' house is fairly small, so once we like loaded stuff in boxes, I just wanted to go ahead and get it in the car so it was out of the way over there. So tomorrow is probably when I'll unload all of this. So we started working on Friday. I took the day off. My mom works 4 days a week, and Fridays are her days off as well, so she came over and helped with the cleanup. That was probably irking her the most. All week, that week, she had been asking if she could move tools out of the living room and clean up, so I know she was glad to get that done. My cousin also came to help clean on Friday. She's currently on maternity leave, so she's been coming over as she can, which is amazing. So like I said, we're just getting the house ready to move stuff into, so we were cleaning out cabinets, floors, washing linens. We didn't have hot water at this point, so we could only wash stuff on cold, but that was okay. Friday evening, my daughter had a basketball tournament, so my mom took her to that while my in-laws came over to help at the house. My brother-in-law had already been helping every day for like 2 weeks at this point, and then my father-in-law, my husband's dad, had been helping since the beginning of the project. He works full-time, so he's been coming over on weekends or in the evenings or on his days off. I put most of the furniture together back in like November and stored it covered in the basement because I knew by the time we moved in I would not want to tackle anything like that, being super pregnant. I worked on the floors in the evening. We had already vacuumed them several times throughout the day, but they hadn't been mopped yet, so I just did that. I cleaned the steps and then called it a night. The next morning we got started fairly early. My mom, daughter, and myself worked on moving stuff in that we had loaded in our vehicles while my husband and father-in-law cleaned out the garage. We had been tracking in so much dust and debris, so getting the garage cleaned out was a must. My son had his last basketball game in the late morning, and I coach his team, so I had to stop moving so I could pack up some treats for his teammates to celebrate their season, and then we went down to the game. As soon as it was over, the kids and I came right back to the house so I could start unpacking. I put a lot of the stuff in my closet as like a catch-all, so I wanted to take care of that. It was a task I was not looking forward to. There were a lot of boxes, and each item inside the boxes belonged in like a different location. So there was so much sorting and moving items that needed to happen. You know how that goes. It was basically like organizing a junk drawer, but instead of a drawer, it was an entire closet. That was all I did on Saturday. My body was aching after being on my feet all day Friday and having a busy Saturday morning, so I rested that evening because we had our big move day the next day. So while I rested, my sister-in-law came over and finished up some cleaning for me, which was amazing. On Sunday morning, my daughter and I left the house around 6:45 for a grocery pickup. We live about 30 minutes away from the big town that we do most of our shopping in, so we wanted to get an early jump on it before everyone came over. Can any of you relate to small town living like this, or do you have Walmarts and Targets in your city? This is just us unloading the groceries. My husband had a grocery unloading door put in, so I'm taking stuff out of the car and then putting it right into the pantry, and my daughter's grabbing the bags from inside the pantry. It's so handy. I love this little door. Our friends came around 9-ish, I think. The men and kids moved everything up from the basement that we had been storing, and then the women unboxed and unpackaged everything. I spent a lot of my day unpacking from a dining table chair out of frame, but I promise I'm there working. After our friends left, my aunt, cousin, and her 2 kids came over. My brother's fiance also came over to help. You'll notice I'm not mentioning my dad or my brother. My dad works out of town, and my brother and his fiance are actually building a house right now too, so they have almost no time to help us because they're working on their own house. And when my dad's back, he comes over and helps as he can, but then he also tries to help my brother too. Basically, all we did this day was unbox and wash everything, and then they left it all sitting out for me to film that week. And that right there was a really big job. If it had been just me, I don't know how long it would have taken me, but I was so grateful that they all came and worked so hard. Here you can see we all had lunch. I want to say everyone had left by about 2. I don't remember what we did this evening, but if I had to guess, I would say Luke kept working on tasks around the house while I rested. I went ahead and filmed some on Monday. I work 4 10-hour days at my normal job, and Mondays are always my day off for the week, so after the kids went to school, I worked on filming my organizing a little bit. Basically, the order I posted my shorts of the moving in series is the order I put stuff away in. After I had done a little bit of organizing in the kitchen, it was time to head to my OB appointment. My doctor's office is about 40 minutes away, so it took up a good chunk of my morning. I was 34 weeks at this appointment. When I got back, I cleaned up in Luke's office a little bit and then worked on organizing Grayson's room. I had a dentist appointment in our normal shopping town, so Luke came with me so we could do some returns and shopping while we were out. We bought some linens for the bed, a few home decor pieces, hampers for the kids' rooms, and then a few odds and ends. Luke also had to stop by Home Depot to return and then special order a part for my tub that came incorrectly. We grabbed Pizza Hut for the family on the way back home. My father-in-law picked up the kids from school and then met us at the house. He and Luke worked on stuff around the house. All I did was assemble the shoe storage boxes for the kids and then tidied up a bit. Luke and I also laid out the rug in the living room and made some design choices on some decor that I had bought. Let me know what you think of my mantle decor. I wanted something very, very simple and clean. I didn't want to clash with the simplicity of the fireplace and the mantle. The pot in my plant was temporary. I did buy a gold pot to put it in, so instead of the harsh black on that left side, it's gold now. So we finished our night by getting our bedding on, and moving weekend was over. Here's a little snippet I took in portrait mode of the moving aftermath. This was a hectic video, I know, but it's real life, I guess. I'm excited, though, for our next 2 videos. We have a housewarming/open house thing on Sunday, and I plan to film the ins and outs of that. I have cleaning that I have to do. I'm setting up some hors d'oeuvres for the party, so there's a lot of food prep happening. I used to love hosting events like birthday parties and such, but I really stopped enjoying it after the fire. I found such little enjoyment in anything. Everything like that seems so pointless, but that's not what life is. We should find enjoyment, even if it's meaningless to other people. If it brings us joy, we should do it. So I'm trying to embrace that feeling of enjoyment again. The video after the housewarming will be baby prep, so prepping freezer meals, getting the nursery finished, getting the house ready, buying the last little bit of baby registry items. Let me know if you plan to watch either of the next 2 videos. Like I said, I'm so excited to share those with you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all next Tuesday.